All right, today's date is August 16th. In Ford County, Texas, I call cause number 11223 in the interest of the Russo children. What says the state?
State is present and ready, Your Honor.
Also present by telephone is Trinidad Sabrina Earless. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Are you ready to proceed?
Yes.
The court's file reflects that Scott Russo was served with notice of these proceedings back on July 20th of 2022. The return of service has been in the court's file in excess of 10 days, and there is no answer from Mr. Russo, nor has he made an appearance today. This case was set at 9:30, and it's now approximately 10:05 a.m., so we are proceeding to default. You may call your first witness, Ms. Crum.
I'd like to call Trinidad Earless.
Ms. Earless, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, Ms. Crum.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Earless, go ahead and state your full name for the record.
Trinidad Sabrina Earless.
And how are you related to June and Jovi Russo?
I'm the mother.
And who is their father?
Scott Michael Russo Jr.
Okay. And when the children were born, did you and Mr. Russo execute acknowledgments of paternity and sign paperwork at the hospital that he was the father?
Yes.
And were both of the children born in Texas?
Yes.
And were they conceived in Texas?
Yes.
And did Mr. Russo at one point in time live with you and the children in the state of Texas?
Yes.
And did he support you at the time that he lived with you and the children?
Yes. Yes.
And how old are the children?
June just turned 2 on August 5th, and Jovi is 5 months, about to be 5 months.
Okay. What have y'all done as far as visitation has gone?
He left. He does like seasonal jobs, so he leaves a lot, and he's been in Indy, I think, with his grandma living there. He came down on August, like beginning of August, for our son's birthday, and he spent that weekend with him, and that's what we've done so far.
Okay. Do y'all does he get along well with the kids?
Yes.
Do you have any safety concerns about him taking them with him just for a little while?
Oh, no.
Okay. Now, but you don't particularly want him to take them out of state, is that correct?
Yeah, I don't want him to do that.
Do you and he communicate pretty well as far as making decisions for them and
yes.
Everything? Okay. Now, when did you and he last separate?
April of this year, April 19th.
And how are the children insured?
They have Medicaid.
Now, as far as child support, what were you going to ask the court about not setting support? What were the reasons?
Because he's wanting to start school for business, and he helps out. We tried to do a payment outside of court, and at first he was refusing. He was like, no. And then I told him well, I need help, and they're your children too. They need support from their dad. So after a week or so, then he started to realize, yeah, I'm gonna help you. And I told him 50's enough, just because I know school's gonna be kind of pricey and stuff like that. And so like after a week that I had already applied for child support and send out the payments, he had started helping that way, sending like $50 here, $20 there, when he can.
Has he mentioned any plans of coming back from Indiana to live here?
Yes, he is wanting to move. I don't think in this town, but closer to this area.
Okay. So you believe that it would be in the best interest of the kids to go ahead and let him help you out on the side instead of setting direct child support?
Yes.
Okay. Now you understand the court would probably set medical support.
Okay.
Okay. You had requested a non-disclosure of your address in the pleadings. Are you asking the court to not have your information in the order? I'll have your address and telephone number. Does Mr. Russo actually know all that already?
Yes.
And is this on possibly for other issues that you've had with other people in the past?
Yes. What?
Okay.
She had mentioned Samuel Rodriguez, and that's why I said to keep it private. That is actually my biological father, and I don't want him to have any of my information.
Okay. And so you're not asking for any back child support either, is that correct?
No, I'm not asking for any of that.
Your Honor, I would ask, I think that the affidavits of acknowledgements of paternity were attached to the pleading, but they were redacted. But I would ask that they be admitted as State's Exhibit 1.
Admitted as State's number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that would conclude my case, Your Honor. I rest.
All right. Anything else you want me to know, Ms. Earless, that hasn't come up through the question and answer?
No, ma'am, that's it.
Okay. All right. Based on the testimony, then, I do find that Scott Russo is the legal and biological father of these children. I'm appointing these parents, Ms. Earless and Mr. Russo, as joint managing conservators, with Ms. Earless, the primary conservator, to determine where the children live. I'm setting, because of the children's age, I'm setting visitation from 2 to 4 on Saturdays. For now, the first thing it will say is you can do whatever you and Mr. Russo agree to. But if you can't reach an agreement, then he could have the children Saturdays from 2 to 4, supervised by you or some other adult that you pick, like his grandmother or anybody else that the children have been around. But he needs to give you 48 hours notice. So if he's coming to Texas, he needs to let you know in advance.
Okay.
I'm granting the non-disclosure. We're not going to have your information in the court order. I am going to go ahead and order child support at $200 per month and medical support at $35 per month, all starting September 1st.
Can you repeat that?
I'm ordering child support at $200 a month and medical support at $35 a month, starting September 1st. And that is lower than I normally would because of Mr. Russo's financial situation.
Okay, so we can't terminate that at all.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I think your kids need to have some regular form of support coming that you can count on.
Okay.
Now, if you come back to court later, you can say, I forgive that if he owes money. You can say, I don't want that. That you can do that in the future. But right now, to protect these kids, I'm ordering child support and medical support.
Okay.
Okay, and if he comes back and you two get back together, you call the AG's office and tell them you're together, okay?
Okay.
I'm waiving court costs. Is there any other relief I need to address, Ms. Crump?
I forgot to ask if he has any other children. I'm
No,
not
he
requesting.
does it.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I wanted to make sure. So no, Your Honor, that was it.
Ms. Crump's going to prepare that order for my signature and I'm going to sign off on it. But during the next 3 business days, you or Mr. Russo, if you request a new hearing, you get a new hearing in front of the district judge. And he'd start over and make up his own mind and make his own decision. If nobody does that in the next 3 business days, this order starts to become final. And you should get a copy by email or by regular mail within about 2 weeks. If you don't get one, please call the Lubbock Rural AG's office and just remind them to send one to you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Earless. Good luck to you and your family.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll see you. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What are we going to do with that? Oh, I was going to wait till the recording was off. Whoops.